Hi, I'm Kellie Smith, author of Design Asylum blog and creator of Velvet Finishes Paint. Today's project, we are going to take this cute little table that I found at a flea market. I think I paid 40 bucks for it, not much. I've painted it two colors and we're going to heavily distress it and I'm going to glaze it. So that's what our project today is about. I painted this little piece with Rococo and Timeless, and it's seen better days. I don't know if you can see this, but it's been nailed into, I don't know what someone did to this poor little piece. But if you notice, I didn't do a perfect job around the edge when I painted it. I knew that I was going to distress it, and I'd mentioned before that if I know I'm going to distress or glaze, I don't necessarily care about the paint job being just perfect because I'm going to take it off anyway. So let's get started. I've got my Ryobi sander, which I just absolutely love. This is the Corner Cat sander. Super easy. It's easy to keep clean. Just dump your bag. Doesn't make a big mess. And what I'm going to do is this piece has some great architectural detail to it. So I'm going to really hit this. I'm going to really take down the edges. And then we're going to come back and we're going to put a really pretty dark glaze over it. And it's going to look like a different piece. Here we go. All right, that didn't take very long, did it? Now, we talked about sanding in a previous video, but I'm going to remind you of some things. When you're using a sander, be sure to give it enough pressure. If you don't, you get this little circular pattern that it can make from the sanding pad, and it is not getting all the way through. So just put some pressure to it, sand it like you mean it. And we're going to give it a little spin and just make sure that we have it sanded down as much as we want. I'm going to wipe it off so I can really tell. I've got a damp cloth inside of another rag. I don't want it to be wet, so I've wet this one and then I put it inside another one to wipe it down. I'm going to show you on the top. I had painted a little bit of the white underneath on the edge in a couple little places so you can see it coming through. It just gives it that aged patina. It's been painted multiple times. I love a layered look. And other than that, we're going down to the finish of the wood and then all the way down to the wood. So in some areas you can see four colors, which I really like. So after we wipe it down, we're going to give it a good glance over and make sure we have it sanded as much as we want, and if we do, we'll start glazing. So we're going to glaze now. I've got the Enhance Dark Glaze, and I'm going to start with the top and work my way down to the bottom. All you need is a chip brush, just a cheap chip brush. They're $1. And a rag to wipe it off with. So we'll start You don't need to overload your brush, but you do want to get enough on there that it's not too opaque when you put it on. You want to give it a good amount because you're going to rub it off. And if you've got any architectural detail, you want to be sure to get it down in there. And I'm going to get about half of this done before I start rubbing off. Now, when you glaze, remember I always say be sure to keep your tails in your hand. You don't want to have big streaks that you didn't mean to make. But when you glaze, you need to go straight. I always talk about how the paint, you can slap it on. With glaze, you do not make circular motions. It will show and it does not look good. So you want to go in good straight lines. We're not doing the Miss America wave or anything like that. We're doing good straight lines. All right, it's looking good. Overlap just slight amount where you left off before with your glaze. And when you start rubbing it back off, you want to start at your seam. So we're going to lightly pull where they joined. And remember, you can always add more, but if you decide it's not dark enough, and I highly recommend that you wait and let it dry before you make that decision. You don't want to pull it back off. So see, it's starting to dry, and I love the way the glaze just makes the color look so rich. Okay, so we're going to hit the sides, and I'm not going to worry about getting it all over the complete side. This has a rib in it. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but there's a rib in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load some of it up onto the piece, and I'm going to let my rag really do the glazing on this rather than the brush. You can actually glaze with the rag, but it's a little bit easier if you just add it with the chip brush first. So we just keep working. Keep going. Make sure it's in those grooves. Do I look spastic? I'm using my left hand. I'm right-handed. Okay, we're going to start on our legs. I'm going to start in the center and work out. I think it's gorgeous. What do you think? So we painted this little table with Timeless on top, Rococo on bottom. We heavily distressed with our Ryobi sander. We glazed with the dark glaze, and the glaze acts as a sealer. So we've talked before about how if you have a piece of furniture that you sit things on top of a lot, you might want to put polyurethane on it. You don't really need to do that. If you use the glaze, you can, but you don't necessarily have to, because the glaze acts as a sealer itself. And as you can see, this is already dry. Super quick. Literally, you can put this in your house in just a little while. It'll be good and cured and ready to go. You don't have to go through all that overnight drying and all that. So be sure to check out the Velvet Finishes website. All of our social media links are there. You can stalk us on Facebook, tweet to us, repin with us, follow the Design Asylum blog, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we sure hope that you will let Velvet Finishes color your world. Oh, God.
Good.
Okay, you want to do it again?
No.
I'd like to.
Good gosh. Well, as you can see, I am already enjoying my lovely chair.
Your hair looks awful.
She's so mean.
Quiet on the set.
Oh my God.
Product reveal. Take one.
So what do you think of our wet distressing technique that we've done here? Oh my God. Get over here. Hurry up.
Here, before you start.
There's a couple places that I'm going to add a little bit more gel to. This won't take but a second, and our chair is going to be...
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's my Nutella.
I can't even follow that. I got nothing. Take 4.
Can you do a horse sound?
Oh, sure I can.
I have to get naked.
True star and take 50.
Steps to this piece were super easy. All I did was paint it first, and
I'm
then
taking the lunch order. What would you like? Hurry up, we don't have all day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, veggie burger. I know, veggie burger, extra fries, mayonnaise, hot sauce, and sweet tea. Thank you.
What are we doing? That's not nice. That is not nice at all.
And